All right, welcome to the Shawn Show. We got a lot to talk about, man. I ain't seen these guys since before free agency started. Some trades went down. The Lakers joined the KKK. It's like a ton of stuff.
He going Stephen A. Smith on us. Okay. Going full Stephen A.
But yeah, let's go around the horn. Big Keith, recovering from a illness. Dang, how you doing, big dog? How you feeling, man?
Solid, man. You know, starting to get hot in Fresno. Starting to eat popsicles and whatnot to stay cool. Got the AC blasting. Man, I turn over a new leaf when it comes to that. So, you know.
So, food poisoning.
BBL airlines.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Bray, back from vacay. What's good, man?
No, just a little trip up to Indianapolis, a little short trip, but it was a good trip. Kid had a tennis tournament against girls that were 3 and 4 years older than her and knocked them all out. So
she whooped their ass?
Yeah. It was like 6-2, 6-3, some games, 6-0, some games, so definitely proud of her. A lot of hard work gone into it. So I'm happy for her.
Yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to the podcast niece, Lila. We're getting that done. Keep your foot on their necks, please. Like keep going. And then we go to Brazil, where the World Cup was just eliminated from that happening. What happened, man?
Man, it was ugly, man. Buddy blew the penalty kick in the first half. I was like, once that happened, I was like, oh no, I don't know, man. And that big Norwegian guy, he the truth though. That big blonde Norwegian guy headed one in, got another goal. Oh, Vinny, that's the kid that Jay-Z signed right there.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, he goose-egged last 2 games, no goals. He's the best player on the team. It was rough. People weren't too confident in this squad. But it was like people were hurt up because they had a chance to win the game. They was pretty much like in control, but didn't capitalize on it. Like they missed the penalty kick. They had about like 5 chances to get some easy goals. They came away with 0. And what's his name? I think his name is Holland. Yeah, the big kid headed one in, and it was pretty much over after that. But everybody's back to normal. No more fireworks screaming in the streets. So everything back to normal down here. They turn up for the World Cup whenever it comes around. But this wasn't their year this year.
When was the last time they won one?
The 90s?
Damn, I thought they won in the
They had a good squad in the early 2000s when the Cup was in Brazil. They had a good squad that year.
Right, yeah. We might have watched that together.
Yeah, it was the last time they had a squad that like people was like believing in. Like we gonna get
for
this
sure.
shit. These past 2 rounds, they was like nobody was really like, we gonna win the whole thing this year. Yeah. U.S. has been playing better than them. That'll let you know everything you need to know right there.
Yeah, and they got a pretty good draw. They're about to play in a few seconds here, about 30 minutes.
Yeah, Belgium.
Yeah, so they could win that one and keep advancing.
Hey, your boy Trump put his finger on the scale there.
Man, that was wild. That was wild, son. But
he called FIFA. He called FIFA and said, "Y'all need to rescind that red card."
That's crazy, and they did it. So I'm never gonna shout him out. So
no.
But that's dope. But anyway, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. One of the things I wanted to talk about first before we get into it, Tim Hardaway Sr. wasn't initially going to let his son rock the number 10, going back to his old squad. And I wanted to get y'all opinions on this. Is that, that's kind of wild, ain't it?
Can I go first on this?
Please, go ahead.
Do you?
I personally don't think as a father, if I have a child who with the same name that I have ends up playing for a squad I've have a number retired for, I don't think I would say no in the circumstance. But if I were to say no, I'm not going to change my mind. I think this is where I have the problem. It's just like, if you're going to say no, stand on that. I don't like the wishy-washiness of it.
So my question is, why would he say no? Just because he's not as nice as him? Like, goddamn, like, it's your son. Yeah, of course he's not.
It's like that old school mindset. Like, it's just like, they don't want nobody to wear the number, even if it's their son.
Your own
It's
flesh
your
and
own
blood,
son.
though. God
You're
damn.
junior.
I'm not sitting here saying it's all right. I already told you what I would do in the situation, but I also said if I say no, I'm gonna stand on this.
Maybe he felt like it wasn't earned, right? I kind of see it from that lens. Like, this is what the old head Tim Hardaway earned, the senior. And it's like, son, you didn't earn this yet. You know, go ahead and make a path of your own. You know, if you want a number retired, put the work in and go get your number retired. I don't know. That's kind of how I saw it. Me personally, if it was me in that position, I wouldn't care. I'll probably let my son wear it. But I'm just trying to put myself in his mind, in his shoes.
Em, you the only one with a son here. So
Yeah, I would not have any issue with him wearing a number. I wouldn't be like, yo, you should wear my number. It would be like, yo, whatever number you want to wear. Oh, you want to wear mine? Whatever. Go ahead. I wouldn't be like, nah, man, you got to earn my number. He said, nah, you got to put in some more work before you can get dad's number.
God damn.
That's rough. I mean, if there were a person that you were going to, I guess you could either do it kind of how Bray said, somebody that earned the right. And then like the next fallback would be like, yeah, you're junior. Like somebody that's worthy of your number as in terms of like a Hall of Famer or your son. Like, so I don't know why he was against it. And I'm with Keith. If you're going to be against it, then just stay against it. I feel like he might have caught some heat and it was like, all right.
I think that's exactly what happened. He caught some heat from the internet. And it was like, damn, you ain't gonna let my mans rock that? Like, you ain't played in 30 years. Like, why can't he rock that? And he finally gave in. I don't have an opinion on this. I would let my son or daughter rock my number regardless. But I kind of get where he's coming from, though. Like, Junior ain't that nice.
You're not.
Junior ain't that nice, G. So,
I mean, we all know that.
yeah. So,
but there's not a lot of NBA, like, I guess, sons of NBA players that actually
like that.
Steph and Clay. Other than that,
Dylan Harper, Clay.
Dylan Harper's up next. That's true. We got 3.
Yeah.
Steph, Clay, Dylan Harper.
I mean, that's not a lot, though.
It might be
that's
more
all
than
off
that,
the top of my head. There might be more. There might be more.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but there's also a lot of sons.
I mean,
that
Kobe too, because Kobe's
not
played in the league, right?
Yeah, it's some we ain't remembering.
Yeah,
but yeah. Go ahead, Bray. What you want to say?
I was just saying that there's a lot of people that move to the league that don't end up being as nice as their father. But like you said, there's some out there that become nicer. Everybody knows that Junior is a role player. Everybody knows that, but he's been a role player for a long ass time. So no, he's not a superstar, but he's been in the league for a minute. So he's definitely put in his work.
Yeah. To Junior's credit, he has been in the league for a while, regardless of he got there on his dad's name or not. And I think his dad might feel like, hey, you got to the league off my name type. That's kind of what he's saying, like, here to me. All right.
Decision 4.0.
So this is what I want us to do. I want us to all to pick a team on this list and defend it. I'm going to give Bray the Warriors because he's the Steph guy. He's light skinned. Yes. Let's
okay.
That was
That's
petty.
the reason. The only reason, because the color of my skin. Got it. All right, man. Got it. I'll take it. I'll take the Warriors. Cool.
I'm going to take the Heat because I'm always defending Bam. And so him and Keith, y'all can split up the other two.
You go ahead, Keith. I'll take whoever. You take the Sixers. I'll go with the Cavs. That's cool.
Okay. Go ahead with the Cavs. Defend why that's the best decision for him. Yeah.
I mean, it's the storybook ending. Like, he started there, he left, won a championship, came back, won a championship, left, went to LA, won a championship, and now you can come back, retire, and win a championship. I mean, they will have a puncher's chance. You can hit him, Mitchell, Harden. He pretty much had no primary ball handling responsibilities anymore. Further dive into the role that he took on playing with Luka, being more as opposed to like a point guard. And then you got the rim protector behind you, Mobley. Your athletic kind of space big there. And then you get your son with you. Go back home to Cleveland. The East is down. I mean, you could get out of the East with this squad. I don't know if you could beat the Spurs or OKC, but you could get out of the East on this team. And this would be a great ending to a 20-plus year career, ending it where you begun it. I think this would be the best decision.
Bray?
Going to start out with we arguably have the best point guard in the history of the NBA. That is Wardell Stephen Curry. At 2, Paz is not there. It will be Jimmy Butler at the 2, which we know playoff Jimmy can be one of the biggest stars when it comes to the playoffs. I mean, we've seen him carry teams to the conference finals, the finals, where people did not expect that to happen. So I think Jimmy Butler, I'll put him in at the 2. He's supposed to be coming back healthy. 3, you got LeBron James. Enough said there. With Draymond Green, you could argue that he's one of the best defenders on this entire list. He's able to switch the 1 through 5. We've seen that done for a decade now or whatever it's been. You got Porzingis. Once again, I know it's a lot of ifs, if healthy. Offensively, he's the second best big offensively on that list. So there's a lot of offensive firepower there. On the defensive end, you got Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. I mean, I think they are dogs. And I mean, Jimmy can switch the 1 through 3, maybe the 1 through 4 every now and then. So on the defensive end, on the offensive end, I think it would be great. And not only that, you would have the most watched TV ratings maybe in the history of the league. If you're talking from a business standpoint, oh my God, like Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, LeBron James, every game would be on TNT and people would chime in just for that action. Everybody's been wanting Curry and LeBron together for like at least the past 5 to 6 years. Ever since we saw that run in the Olympics, them playing together, everybody wants to see it. So a number of things I've listed there offensively and on the defensive end, I think they're going to be great. And just from the standpoint of what the people want to see, I mean, LeBron and Steph together.
Can they win a title though?
I think they have a very good shot. You have Steph.
Really?
Yeah. With being healthy. I know that's a big if because we were talking about older guys. Can they do it? If they're healthy come playoffs, I know it's a big if once again. You have Steph, Jimmy, LeBron, Dre, and Porzingis. Nobody's going to want to see them. So yes, they have a puncher's chance and maybe the best chance on this list. If not number 1, probably probably number 2.
Yo, you trolling.
Okay. You took the assignment too far.
Okay.
Yeah. Keith, please go. Please go, big dog.
That's a playing team.
You're crazy. A playing team?
Yes.
Y'all are nuts. Y'all all
I wouldn't go that far, but
y'all playing team is crazy.
Yeah, playing team's nuts. I wouldn't go that far. But
I know who is
go
a
ahead.
playing team though. We don't gotta go on a tangent. The Lakers. We can go to the 76ers.
That's a top 3 seed.
LeBron James.
That's a top
you
3
have
seed.
played for 2 historic franchises in the Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers. Why not make it a third with the Philadelphia 76ers? We have the most well-rounded projected lineup. I think the most talented projected lineup. We also have depth, and barring injury, we can give you a chance to coast into the playoffs. We know that you're about 45 years old. Why not?
He's now 45.
Why we can give you a chance to reduce your minutes throughout the regular season. You know, if you want to go have nice away games at Madison Square Garden, you want to play a few extra minutes, that's cool. But you know, the back end of back-to-backs, we can take the load off for you. You know, we have some youth that can, you know, carry the load for you. We can hide you on defense. You can be the liability on the defensive end if you want to be. We have other people that can cover it up for you. You don't got to play defense for real. We know you're going to, but you really don't have to.
Okay.
That's it.
That's great. That's great. All right, I have the Miami Heat. My favorite of this foursome. I think he is really considering them for a lot of reasons. One, he would be the primary ball handler here, Pauls, that the offense is gonna run through him if he picks Miami. Everybody else would be off ball and he would be able to delegate the offense. I think that that's what he wants. And so going to Cleveland, going to Golden State with Steph, going to Philly, the ball ain't gonna be in his hands for real. But in Miami, he's gonna be the primary decision maker. And if he wins it, he would get more credit than if he goes to any of these other three. So that's why I think Miami has probably the best chance here. In terms of basketball fit, you've got a lockdown defender in Davion Mitchell, lockdown defender in Andrew Wiggins, lockdown defender in Greek Freak, and a lockdown defender in Bam. So you don't got to do nothing on the defensive end. That's already taken care of. Offensively, you can just run the show. Let's get out and run. They should probably get out the East with this squad. So I think any team he goes to in the East, they're getting out. He's gonna shift the balance of power, and that's gonna be that. But where do y'all think he's going? Is my next question.
I would agree with you. I think he's going to the Heat. I've been thinking that. I heard what you said about him being getting like the credit and being like the number one reason why. I mean, you're joining the best player that's on this list. I mean, essentially. I do think if I had to pick, I think he's going to the Heat over the other three.
Keith, where y'all think he's going?
My only concern, really, I heard they want to get rid of James Harden.
I do too.
I've heard that.
How are they going to handle that, and what they're going to replace him with? Because it would be hard to replace James Harden's production with just LeBron James alone. So what are y'all going to do with that?
They saying Kai. That's the rumored.
I don't know why Dallas would want James Harden.
Well,
you're turning like, unless he's getting flipped to a third team. Because if I'm pretty much, going forward with Cup as my guy, why would I want to get James Harden? We're not getting in Harden's spot for Cleveland, though. That does make sense.
And to add a little bit to that, I don't know if he's a big fan of Mobley and Allen. I get it. 7-footers able to do a little bit on the offensive end, but they just haven't got it done in the playoffs, I feel like. I mean, they just seem to, I won't use the word struggle, but they are underperforming. And that's been going on for about 2 or 3 years now. So I just don't know how much he loves those two big guys. But that's just like my 2 cents on that situation.
I agree. If he goes to Cleveland, they're going to have to make a couple moves. I don't know what the moves are. I've heard trading Jared Allen for another wing.
That makes sense.
Slide Moby to the 5. And then, but then it's still a lot of ball handlers there. I don't love it. I love the bottom 2. The bottom 2 are like, let's go to work.
Philly is the most seamless fit in terms of basketball, what LeBron is at this stage in his career. To me, I don't like LeBron at 42 being the primary playmaker on the team. I don't like that at all.
That was one thing I was going to say. Like, if Miami brings in LeBron, I would still bring in another ball handler.
Can I ask why?
42.
Like, I hear you. Can I ask why you don't like him being a ball handler?
I just wouldn't want him to be the only ball handler on the squad.
Well, no, of course you wouldn't be the only one. They're going to have somebody there to handle the ball when you go sit down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And if it's not Mitchell,
physically,
someone else in.
It's taxing on your body. Just from playing with a lot of heads that were point guards when they were like in their prime, and then as they got older, they like don't want to do that. They just want to slide into the spot that he's in now, where you just catch it and finish it, because it's not as taxing and demanding on you as it is to be the primary ball handler. Make plays for yourself and then make plays for everybody else too. That's a lot for somebody 40 plus years old to be the one responsible for that. He just it's the 4. And he's not with all of that ball handling. He's just catch and shoot, catch and finish. Like you say, he doesn't have to be the primary defender either. That makes more sense. Just to make that a legit threat. I mean, with him at the 3, I don't. Even with, they're just too old to me. Like, so Dre's old. Porzingis is always hurt. He just resigned the offer. What is he, 40 something still? So like, that doesn't make sense.
They're definitely old.
Cleveland makes some sense. He doesn't have to handle the ball, but I like him more at the 4 than on the wing, which is why I kind of like Philly. But
I think it might come down to ego for him, because you can play the 4 at any of those top 3 spots and probably
not in Miami.
title. Miami is your show pretty much. I mean, offensively.
Get a forward
So
in Miami.
yeah, so they need him down in Miami, and you know the infrastructure. You got Eric Spoelstra, who's done it, proved it, done it. Mickey Harrison, owner, who do whatever it takes to win it, and Pat Riley, obviously, you know he's the man. He's gonna get it done however he needs to get it done. So yeah, now that I'm talking this out, I think it's Miami for sure.
My question for Miami, beyond the nature of him being the primary ball handler, is this enough shooting in the modern NBA?
As of right now, I would say no.
You have one shooter on the floor, which will be Wiggins.
And even Wiggins isn't that great of a shooter.
He's not that
great.
great.
Second twisted. No, I agree with you. Probably not enough shooting as ball handling goes. If y'all remember, I mean, look at Greek. He handled the ball fine coming up the court a lot. I get it. He's not like the passer that LeBron is, but he handles the ball a lot. So that's where your other ball handling could come in. But yes, they would need some definitely more shooting around that 5. That's up there.
Besides adding this 42-year-old top 2 player all time on a minimum contract to this, it's another kind of experiment, a social experiment in NBA, because you're gonna try to beat teams like we talked about, 90 to 85. Like that's what this team gonna try to do to win a title. We'll see if it works.
It's a similar formula to the last time he won a championship, but he was a much younger man at that stage.
Sure.
He could lock down still when it was him and AD, and we had Danny Green and JaVale. It was like a defense-oriented team, but he was still like spearhead Matt at that stage. His career. Now he's not going to be that anymore.
And
I think he wasn't a good defender last year, so I don't think he's going to be one this year.
Yeah, well, and with this team, you don't necessarily have to. I think he wants to stick it to the Lakers too and say like, "Yo, I'm still nice. Let me go show everybody." So, yeah.
I mean, he can definitely go out. There's the way that he plays the game and how he gets to the line and able to pass and rebound. I know he's 42, but don't be shocked if he's doing numbers like 24, 6, and 6. He's done it his whole career.
I mean, people get numbers. That's for sure.
He did it last year.
Do you think there's a dark horse team that we're not talking about?
Mine is Minnesota.
I just think that they're just too young.
Too young, yeah. LaMelo's a knucklehead. I mean,
the LaMelo situation, but just basketball, he fit. That's the best fit. You got 2 dynamic ball handlers. Melo can shoot. Anthony can shoot. And you got some shooting taken care of. You got an athletic wing who can guard the wings, so you can slide them to the 4, and then you have one of the best rim protectors the league has ever seen at the 5.
He may play the 4, but we all know LeBron, he wants the ball in his hands at times. So if you have 2 people that dominate the ball that much, that's going to really limit the amount of times you have the ball in your hand. Because that's really when LeBron is most effective, is when he has a ball in his hand and he's making the decisions on the court. You asking him to play the 4 and shoot threes or whatever you want him to do, I mean, he has to have the ball in his hand to a degree to really be effective.
You know what, on Minnesota's squad, what his best role would be? And I know y'all gonna
coach
seem crazy. Besides coach, besides player coach, is 6-man.
Now
next topic.
We're talking. And
told you.
Yeah. I can't even rock with you on that one.
He's starting on whatever team he wants to go to, period. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, I'm just saying we were talking about ball handling and we have him too hard.
He could go to New York and he's starting. It don't matter.
Yeah, he ain't going. He ain't coming off
sorry,
the
Josh.
bench.
You're coming off the bench.
Somebody's coming off the bench. It ain't
bench.
LeBron James.
Yeah, okay. Now we're going to do a new segment called Buy or Sell. I want to show y'all this lineup. Phoenix has made some moves, brought in Miles Bridges, signed Jalen Green from last year, still got D-Book, Mark Williams. Buy or sell them making a playoff push with this new lineup. We'll start with Keith.
I don't know what it is with Phoenix, man. I know Devin Booker's a fellow Wildcat, man, but I don't know if he has a part to play in just how they have sucked over the years, even though majority of the years. I'm just going to go on that trend alone and just say sell. I don't think they'll make the playoffs.
Because you don't believe in Devin Booker?
I just don't believe in the organization. It seems like they retool every year and they try to, get better around Devin, and it just seems to never work out.
This might be the best collection of talent they've had around him, but I agree with you. It's not a good organization. It might not work. Bray, buy or sell?
I'm looking at the teams out west. I mean, a lot of it kind of just depends on, honestly, what LeBron does. I'm a buy. I think they can make that. Yeah. I think they can slide into that eighth spot, maybe seventh spot. I don't think Bridges takes them, of course, over the top. I believe did they make the playoffs this year? I can't remember. This past year?
I don't believe so.
I don't think that they were in the play.
Yeah, I think they had like injuries and stuff. I agree with Keith, honestly, with Devin Booker. He kind of was supposed to be like this superstar type, like savior, I guess, for the Suns. He's kind of playing into that star role versus that superstar role. He may need a superstar or another star that is like equivalent to him. I don't consider anybody else on that team a star besides Devin Booker. But
so they did make the playoffs. They got swept.
So they did. Okay, they got swept. I do think Miles Bridges helps. So I do believe they can make that 7th, 8th seed. So to answer your question, I am going to buy.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on the organization over the past forever. I like Devin Booker. I don't consider him a superstar, but he is a legit all-star. And then the rest of those guys are role players. They're pretty good role players. Like I like Dylan Brooks as a wing defender. You can score a little bit, put it on the floor a little bit. Jalen Green, has athletic upside that people keep giving more chances to turn into what they think he'll be, but he never ultimately turns into it. Miles Bridges, another solid guy for Mark Williams. He's solid. He gets hurt a lot, but when he's healthy, he's a solid big. So it's like a all-star and a bunch of solid guys. To me, they're about a 7-8 seed in the West. So
you buying?
If it's the playoffs, I'll buy it, but they make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think I'm buying as well. I think that if they don't make the playoffs, we're going to have another potential trade because Jaylen Brown is nicer than Devin, and I love Devin, but that's just what this is. And if that man can get traded, Devin can get traded too.
You're saying Jalen Green's nicer than Devin Booker?
Jaylen Brown.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So
Luka.
Jaylen Brown.
The list goes on.
Oh, yeah. Anybody can get traded. Yeah. I mean, I won't be surprised, like you said, with Devin being traded if it doesn't go well this year.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I love this. Who's the best backcourt in the West? And we'll start with our resident Laker correspondent, Emmett. Over to you.
Yeah, you already know what it is. It's the
Confederate Army.
Luka's Eastern European, man. He's not even an American white. So you got one American white and a European white, but that is the best backcourt in the league. I mean, Luka's a top 3 player in the NBA, probably top 2. He's going to average at least 34, 35 again, lead the league in scoring. Then you got Austin Reaves. He's going to give you a solid 25, 5 and 7 dimes. The most explosive offensive backcourt in the league. They will have their defensive issues, but
you think
that's why we made that big trade with Utah. But nobody's going to score at the clip that these guys score. They both playmake at a high level too. So the combination of scoring and playmaking is unrivaled in any of these other backcourts here that are on the screen.
I disagree there, but go ahead. Bray.
Emmett kind of laid it out. I mean, Luka's the best player on.
You're going with them too?
Well, hold on. You asked me to go, so.
My bad.
Let him finish, man. Damn.
Let me go.
Damn. I'm just curious.
Let the man speak.
I don't care if it's your show.
God damn. Luka and AR? Are y'all serious? Go ahead.
Yes.
Offensively, it's the Lakers. Luka is the best player on the screen. Next is Ant. And then we could argue, who comes next. Dame, I don't know what he's even going to look like.
Well, wait. It's important to know who comes next after those two. Because
who's the third best on this list?
I would probably say Devin Booker as of right now.
That would be my third best.
Luka, and then it'd be Book, I think, as of right now. I don't know what Dylan Harper's going to look like. It's definitely not off the Jazz. LaMelo, he's up and down. You know what he's going to do. 1 for 20 from 3, and then he may go 10 from 20 from 3. I don't know what he's going to give me. John Morant's going to act like a fool in Portland, I feel like. I don't trust him. So that's where, yes, I'm going with Luka and then Book. But yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just talking basketball, man. And I'm just giving my opinions. But
no, I feel you.
What Emmett said, I agree with. I think it's going to be the Lakers. I'm not even a big Austin Reaves fan, but he is able to put the ball. He's able to put the ball in the bucket, even if he's jumping into people. He still does it. So I do think offensively, it's the Lakers. Yes, we all acknowledge on the defensive end there can be some issues with LaMelo going to the Wolves. We don't even know how that's even going to look yet. We've seen the Devin Booker and Jalen Green. We've seen that with Dame and Ja. That's brand new as well. So there's a lot of issues with everybody else, I want to say, on the screen. But we've seen Luka and Austin. He's right. Luka's going to average 30+. Austin's going to give you that 22 to 25 range with 5 to 5, assists and rebounds. So, yes, I think as of right now, the best backcourt in the West is Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves.
Keith?
I'm taking the Spurs boys.
Surprise.
Anthony Edwards is my guy. I just don't know how that fit's going to work with LaMelo. I feel like just a lot of ratchet going to go down. It's going to be entertaining, though. But
it's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Hopefully they can get it together. I'm taking two people who can lock up and impact the game from multiple facets of the game. They can score, rebound, and defend. They're both balanced players. They can both do the multiple facets thing. They're pretty young, but still taking those guys.
Sure. Good pick. I would pick them, but I think that the talent of LaMelo and Ant are just too much. The USA score? No, that's Belgium. Damn. Yeah, I'm taking Ant and LaMelo. I don't care. In a vacuum, LaMelo might be the third best player on this list. That's just my opinion. Y'all can say what you want. I think he is legitimate. Talent-wise, he is the truth. And I think that him getting paired with Ant in a winning situation, going to a team that's been to the Western Conference Finals however many years in a row that they had been, I think that's going to grow him up a little bit. Ant want to win. And so I think that is going to get the most out of LaMelo. And so I think that they'll be the best backcourt in the West this upcoming season for sure. Can they win the championship? I'm not sure. If LeBron comes, maybe. But as constructed, I'm not sure. Only team on this list that has a chance to win a title next year is the Spurs.
Yeah, I think we would all agree with that, but that's not because of the backcourt, though. I mean, not saying that they're not talented. They are talented. I'm looking at Kessler right now, and he averaged 16 points last season. He's not going to be able to take – you could argue Kessler's the third option.
He should be.
He is the third option.
You're right. So neither of them have proven to be superstars, let alone all-stars. We're still waiting for them to be even playing at an all-star level, not being an actual all-star and playing in the all-star game. We're waiting for them to play at an all-star level. Can Dylan Harper play at an all-star level? He can. We need to see it, and we believe that he can. But we know for sure that Austin Reaves, not a fan of him, but he has played at a all-star level.
Did he make the all-star team?
What'd you ask? I didn't hear
He
you.
makes it this year.
Did he make the all-star team?
He did not.
So he hasn't before, though.
No.
Yeah.
Last year was the year where I would say he was all-star quality play.
And now that LeBron James is not there, that's going to be more shots for him, more ball handling. Like Emmett said, he's going to average 25 points a game. He's going to have to for them to even have a chance to do anything. And then we all know what Luke is able to do. He's going to average 33 to 35 points a game.
Can I ask, in terms of, so we've never seen Austin Reaves as a second option. What great second option does he kind of look like in this role? Because I can't see it. I'm not seeing it how y'all are seeing it. I can't think of anyone that was good to great that him and Luka are going to be able to mimic. I just can't see that. Maybe y'all can help me get there.
I can't think of anything off of my head, maybe because this is the first time we've kind of seen it. With
white boys?
These two, right. These type of players, the way that they play the game, there may not be someone that you can really compare them to. And then you could also say that Austin Reaves was robbing in some games last year, a lot of the games last year. I mean, I have to look at the numbers, but he was right there with LeBron on averaging the same amount of points, same amount of assists and rebounds. It's not like the numbers were that drastically different. And with LeBron, I mean, he wasn't playing any defense either last year. So on the defensive end, it's like, okay, did y'all get worse? Probably not. I mean, I don't know.
Get better on offense, and then you're still bad on defense.
He has the archetype of a six man. That's the reason why we haven't seen it before. He's traditionally someone who comes off your bench and it can go. He's a microwave. He can go get you points.
I give him more. I'll give Austin a little bit more than a six man. I mean, there's not many six men that come and average 24, 5, and 5 or whatever he did. That's a really talented six man when he's able to do that. And he was doing that as the third option on some nights. So that's a little disrespectful, I think, to him.
I mean, your six man can get you if you have a 6 man of a year type of guy, like he can go get you that.
They're not averaging that though. They're not averaging that. Your six man can go do that on some nights. Austin was averaging this. That's the difference. I don't think he's a Robin. I don't think he's a Robin to a championship team, but can he be the third option of a championship team? I do think so.
Well, at $50 million, he's supposed to be.
I'm not saying they made the right decision on paying him. I agree. The money is kind of like iffy. I hear you there. But he's a third option player on a championship team.
His money is on track with guys that produce on his level in terms of next year he's going to make $41 million. He's right in line with the other guys making the kind of money he's making. The 50 kicks in on the fourth year of his deal. But before then, he's right in line with the production for what you're paying. Six man is a bit of a stretch. We got to see it when both LeBron and Luka were out and he was the guy. He was going off, giving you 30 to 40 a night, drop 50 point triple doubles, 30 point triple doubles. I don't know if he can necessarily sustain that level of production, but your second guy is a guy who you say, hey, we got a 7-game stretch. We need you. And he comes in and gives you 30, 40, 50 triple doubles. Like that's what you want from your number two. It just doesn't look the way that we're used to seeing it look. We're used to seeing, of course, a black player, more athletic, could get to the cup, defend better. Like that's what we're used to seeing. We're not used to seeing like a 6'6" white kid with no bounce, but he's kind of like crafty and he can get to the cup. He got mid-range game. He can pull up. He can dime. He's a 3-level scorer. Like it just doesn't look in the package that we're used to.
Just to add to M's point, looking at his numbers, he did 23, 5, and 5 last year. From the field, he shot 49% and 36 from 3. I mean, he's shooting 49%. It's pretty good.
He's not jacking, but he's still giving you numbers.
My question is, do you think that they can win a championship with these two as the highest paid players?
It depends on who else you fill out the roster with. It depends on the other guys. I have
my question is
doubts about
with these
Austin
two
as a no. It depends on who the other guys are on the team. Like did you fill it? Did you get some defenders and some shooters to space it so that these guys can get the ball and play make it, don't have to defend? Or did you not? But him as the secondary number two, I have my doubts. I have no doubts about him being the number 3 on a championship caliber team. Can he be that number 2? Right now, I would say maybe.
I don't even think Luka can be a 1, so that's where we differ here on a championship team.
That's wild.
I do not believe that to be true. He does not have the mental makeup of a championship player, and I don't think he'll ever realize that goal. Could be wrong. Don't think I am. Kind of want to take it to Portland too. Dame and Jaws, interesting backcourt. Wanted to get y'all's first takes on that one as well.
I was going to be along the lines of saying I think it's a reclamation type of project for Ja Morant. Mm-hmm. Dame's personality is reflective of where he comes from, but he's also about his business too. He's also like a rapper. He has there's just like
he's also
there's some parallels in personality that I think they will be able to align. But since Dame is he goes about his business a certain way, and he's older, he can, I think, be a mentor to John Morant. He could probably learn or teach John Morant how to shoot.
I think he knows how to do
Also, the
that.
Nike, no, shoot to the point where you out.
Oh my god!
I think he's pretty good at that already.
Nah, Doc can definitely teach Dame how to shoot for sure.
Ball.
Gotcha.
Okay, he'll need some help there. He'll need some help on that one though, shooting the basketball.
Not shoot clips. Also, Nike's headquartered in Portland. I think they may have had some influence getting John to Portland so they can keep a closer eye on him.
Is he going to revive his career? Is that like, do y'all
I think
so?
they are trying to put him in a position to be able
do
to
that. Yeah. I think he's got the green light. Him and Denny with Ja is like probably like the third guy. I mean, as Dame is like the third guy here.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see how it works. It could.
And then for Portland, it's tough for that organization to get superstars to come to you in free agency.
For sure.
So it's like it's a low risk, high reward type of play.
Mm-hmm. For sure. All right, I want to get y'all take on this real quick. A 1-versus-1 tournament, 6'3" and under. What y'all thinking?
These some good matchups. Well, the first one, I mean, yeah, you got to give him Kai. Kai's the one.
Yeah, Kai. The first one, Kai is probably taking down Kemba. Even though Kemba Walker, in his prime, was a hell of a 1-on-1 player. But it's Kai though.
It's Kai. I'm taking Kyrie in that one. But yeah, no disrespect to Kemba. I did like
at
watching
all.
him play.
At all.
It's
all
just
these
Kyrie's crazy hand.
All these cats are nice, but there's just
all these cats are
nice. Just nicer. That's it.
So we moving Kai on here, correct? For sure.
I think it's unanimous.
Yes, I think we all agree. Brunson in his prime versus Dame in his prime. That's a great 4-5. I love that one. I love it.
It's a good matchup. That's a good matchup.
I could see this game coming down to like a sudden death. Like y'all keep tying, and it's just like the next shot wins, and these niggas just keep making.
I'll say my opinion. I think it's Dame. If we're talking about 1-on-1 here, not no team, there's no picks and rolls and nothing like that going on. There's no switching. 1-on-1 is. I'm not saying it's a big gap, but if I had to pick somebody, it'd be Dame.
Me too.
In his prime.
But I'll say this for Jalen. He is pretty unguardable. Like, it's very difficult to check him because he got a lot in his bag. But I agree. I'm going with Dame here too. Is that the unanimous? Are we all going with Dame?
It's tough because to me, Dame will be able to hit step back threes on him pretty easily since he's, like 5'10". But Brunson will be able to get to the cup on Dame easy too. So it'll come down to is Dame's 3-ball falling that day, or if it's not, then Brunson might get him because Brunson's getting to the cup on this kid. I'm still gonna go Dame because in his prime, he had more hot nights than cold nights.
Keem, that's you rolling with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dame. I just see it like it could be a really good game. Like it can
for sure.
Niggas will go shot for shot for hours. Like it'll get dark outside. Niggas be ready to leave, and
they still going at it.
Still going at it. Yeah.
Who's gonna end up higher in the NBA lore conversation between those two? Yeah,
it'll be Brunson because he brought a championship to New York. Yeah,
to New York. That's kind of what I was thinking as well.
Okay,
I think
just
so.
want to make sure we were all aligned there. Okay, AI versus Isaiah Thomas.
Yes,
it's really
slaughter.
Yeah.
It's a slaughter.
Everybody knows that Iverson. You got it.
And low key, to be all the way real, Brunson should be the 7th seed, and D Rose should be the 8th seed.
Ooh, a little bit.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, the numbers could be switched around.
You can make that argument.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of numbers that could be changed.
And I don't know why Isaiah is the 7th seed and Kemba's the 8th seed. We don't gotta go into it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, listen.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
for sure.
Okay,
we're just taking AI over IT. Yeah,
I think
so. We're taking AI obviously over IT. Yeah. IT though had a little bit of a run.
Yeah, he did.
Was really good for a while.
For sure.
Now we got, oh my goodness, my Lord, Stephen Curry versus my man, D Rose.
You know what's up.
I know what's up, even though we got to go with Steph, I think here.
What? I'm
But
actually going with
I
D
think
Rose in a
Really?
one-on-one. In a one-on-one, not who's the better all-time player. Like that's obviously Steph Curry. But in a one-on-one, ain't no help. Yeah, I think D Rose gonna cook him, and it's not even gonna be
I
close.
don't know.
know.
Really? Not close? That's disrespectful. His
D Rose
and
was probably the greatest.
It's not a licensing thing.
No, it's him or Westbrook as the
Steph-
best athlete at the one to ever play the game.
I would agree with that statement. We're not talking about athlete. If you're looking at Curry's handles is underrated. I think a lot of people really miss that. I'm not trying to put him up there with Kyrie like some people do. That's crazy. I'm not saying that. But we've seen his ball handles. We've seen him drop people. We've seen Chris Paul touch earth. You feel me? Like and then he can shoot anywhere on the court. Like I said, I think it's close. If they're playing a 10, it's like 8-10, 9-10. It's that close, I think.
It depends on who get the ball first. Because if
It
you
could
check the
be.
rock, Steph can pull.
To say D Rose would just dog him, that's disrespectful. Is it close?
In a
It
one-on-one?
definitely is.
I think he would
feel
in a
you.
one-on-one.
I hear you. I hear you.
Now in a 5-on-5, that's different. You could run without the ball. You got screens. You know,
Of course,
you got back
the game is
screens,
completely
screen on
different.
ball screen. That's different. Yeah. But
That's
just
what he's known for.
one-on-one,
He's known for running around. Right. I'm taking Curry, but I hear you.
I think he'd be
I
able
just
to
see
guard
Steph
Steph one-on-one.
at high levels. You kind of remember Derrick after the injuries, and that's kind of what's clouded my mind. We're talking these at the peak.
At their prime.
This is
Yes.
MVP versus MVP. Maybe D Rose does win this one. What you think, Keith? You the tiebreaker.
I'm going
Because I'm
Steph.
gonna Okay, so Steph moves on because I'm not even gonna vote here. Because I don't know where to go. So yes, all right, we're moving Steph on. So then we'll stay on this side. Steph versus AI.
AI. One-on-one? Like AI is one of the greatest one-on-one players ever. Steph is not a one-on-one player though. Like that's why it's a one-on-one tournament.
No.
I think Steph is a one-on-one player though.
We've seen him. We've seen him with the ball at the top of the key and cross a lot of people and pull up from the elbow, from the step back three. We seen him get to the cup. He can do that with no problem. And AI
don't got a dribble.
AI small as well. Ain't like he's built like Derrick
was athletic,
Rose.
though.
You know, Derrick has some sass to him, so it's different.
As soon as you check the ball, I'm shooting from Steph. Why stop that? You don't even have a kid.
I'm gonna let y'all pick.
Iverson,
I'm gonna
easy.
take myself out of, and they both taking Keith and Josh. Y'all both taking Steph.
Yes.
Man,
It's tough.
AI. Y'all forgot about AI, man.
No one forgot about
it.
AI.
It's a little recency bias here because
Y'all forgot about that, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take AI. Steph Curry is a better player. I'm agreeing with you. I had to think about it. I'm taking AI 1-on-1.
Okay. So AI moves on to the finals, and then it's Kyrie versus Dame.
Love you, Dame. Love how you done it in the playoffs. You'll be known for that forever. Kyrie in his prime, the best ball handler that God's ever created.
All right, moves
I'm
on.
taking Kai. I like Dame, but I'm taking Kai.
Kai versus AI for the title. So we got.
That's a tough one.
It's very difficult.
I think everybody would agree it's very tough. It's almost like, in my opinion, Kyrie is like a better version of AI. Like they're very similar. The way that they handle the rock and stuff like that, they're similar. I ain't saying they're the same. I think Kyrie's a better finisher around the cup. Not saying that the gap's big, but better finisher around the cup. Kyrie has better handles than AI. Not a big gap, but it's a gap.
Woo,
Yeah.
boy. We're talking crazy.
There's not a big gap.
I don't know if he's a
gap.
better finisher than AI at the rim because AI used to finish it when you could like elbow people and shit. I don't know.
With the right and the left, with any English off the backboard that he wants to do, finishing over 7-footers. I mean, I'm not going to go on, but my point is, I'm taking Kyrie. I'm taking Kyrie.
Keith, you breaking the tie?
Kyrie.
Really?
Y'all going Kai?
I think it's
a component. It's the check rock, and I'm pulling from 3. Kyrie, I think, can do that at a higher clip than AI.
What can AI do better than Kyrie?
I think he's a better. I think he is faster. I think
but
he's
it's
a better athlete,
1-on-1
for sure.
So I mean,
but that definitely athleticism definitely matters.
You ain't
Being
got no
quick,
help.
yeah,
If
I
somebody
don't-
faster than you, you ain't got no help.
Okay,
If
he's
he get by
faster.
you, ain't no help at the rim.
Go.
You as a goal.
So he's quicker.
Yeah.
He's a better athlete. I would say
I don't know
Kyrie's
how
more
much that
skilled.
matters.
I'd say Kyrie's more skilled and Iverson's the better athlete.
AI would beat this in a 1-on-1, but I'm
I
going to
think so,
defer to
too.
you guys
Okay.
and say Kyrie wins this.
No,
Okay.
don't do that. It's 2
I'm
on 2.
I'm taking AI.
We're gonna let the internet decide. We came to a decision. It's Kyrie versus AI. Internet
Okay.
pick.
Go ahead. Y'all decide. All right. Bet. For
No
sure.
internet.
Yeah.
For sure. All righty. Wanted to show this little social card. Best wide receiver from each division. And I don't even have, the other guys, queued up. But I just wanted to see you guys' reactions off of this. I mean, I know you guys would naturally go to your own divisions and your own teams, but Keith, I would think you would say that you don't have a guy better than Jamar Chase on your roster. Emmett, I would
still here.
for sure. I would say that I don't have a better wide receiver on my roster than Justin Jefferson, and so I think Emmett would say that he doesn't have a better wide receiver than Jackson Smith and Jigba on his roster.
I would say the Rams might, but we don't. Yeah.
That's one of the ones that I would say would be Puka versus Jackson.
yeah.
Is
Close.
kind of a debate. Who do they have for AFC South?
Who's in the AFC
Collins.
East? Ain't nobody better than AJ Brown in the AFC East.
No, because you got Buffalo, Miami, and the Jets. You could kind of say
it's
Garrett
AJ
Wilson.
Brown.
Yeah, for sure.
You can make an argument for Garrett Wilson. He's just not playing with any quarterback.
Yeah, Kansas City, Chiefs, nobody really. Chargers,
South.
you can kind of go.
It might be Nico.
Yeah, it might be Nico in the South for sure.
The Jags.
Mhm.
It might be Nico.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think we have much to say about this. I thought this would be a little better fodder, but not really. They pretty much nailed it, actually.
Except for JSN, you can say
JSN,
Luka
yeah.
need to be there.
But everybody else is
Solid.
legitimate. Who's the best?
Yeah, pretty solid.
Who's the best wide receiver on this list?
Jamar.
It's not close. Okay.
It's close.
It's close. I wouldn't say that much.
It's close. But I would say Jamar is slightly better than Justin Jefferson at this moment. Okay. Let's move on. We don't have to go there. We talked about that. They are
Yeah, I saw that.
Jeez.
They are saying in the NBA streets that they are expecting Payton Pritchard to have a Jalen Brunson type leap.
Them numbers awfully similar.
React.
I don't give a damn.
Payton Pritchard about to turn into Jalen Brunson.
And to just to hop in on this bullshit, Jalen was playing with maybe the best player in the league at the time, or top 3. So that's a big change, Jaylen Brown is not that. The amount of times that Peyton's going to have the ball in his hands, it's not going to equate to what Jalen Brunson is doing now, right? I get it, the graphics and the numbers and stuff like that, but that would be absurd if anybody believes that Payton Pritchard, which I like the little fella.
I like
the
Payton
little
too.
fella. Yeah.
Yeah, he can hoop.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a
he's not
star in the making, but he can hoop though.
He's not even an all-star level player. He's not taking the Celtics to win a championship, right?
He's lucky that he's starting. Come on, bro. Come on.
It's almost like they just picked someone that was like his, like the same height, and then they found some numbers, and they're like, "Hey, let's just put this up." Like some things on the internet is like for like rage bait. This is one of those things.
When you trade a player that's of Jaylen Brown's caliber in division, you kind of got to come up with some type of excuse as to why. This is one of them. One of them is that he's too smart, and he was a toxic to the locker room because of his intelligence and because he's off the field, off the court, squeaky clean. Like we ain't in the 90s and the 2000s. Yeah, we're in the 90s and the 2000s where these guys are doing crazy stuff outside of playing their basketball. They were wilding back then. These guys go home pretty much.
They're on a cell phone streaming.
Dog, that's it.
That's how he's at the crib. Right?
He's a professor.
Dog.
Get out.
Dog.
Yeah.
It says they didn't think he was that good, though. To me, that's what it says.
All right.
The organization didn't think he was that good.
No,
Finals
I
MVP.
don't think so.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
traded him.
I don't
They
believe
traded him in the division. That tells me like I don't think he's that good. Like,
No,
or else I would send him. I would send him away. Like, he's under contract, so he has to go wherever you send him. It's not like he's in the Giannis situation where he can say, "I have a list of these 3 teams. Give me to one of these 3 teams."
I don't think that was the case. I think they got to a point that was the best deal they had on the table because they got Paul George back.
But why are they trading him, Keith? Like, what was the cause of it? And I don't think it was that he didn't think he was that good. It's because of the contract. They just didn't feel like he was worth $70 million. It's the same thing why they shipped Luka. They didn't think that if they would have paid that man, they would have had a shot to win the championship. And that's the same thing that happened here. At some point, Jaylen Brown was going to be making $70 million if he stayed with the Celtics. You can't pay him that and think you're going to compete in the NBA. They shipped him.
The difference between him and Luka, though, he plays defense.
I agree, but he's not as good as an offensive player, and he's not a superstar.
The difference between them is that one is a top 3 player in the NBA, and people are saying is Jaylen Brown a top 15 player in the NBA?
The difference between them is one is a Finals MVP and won it
against Luka.
They had a better team, but yes,
they had the better team.
They had a better team for sure.
And he wasn't. He only won Finals MVP, but he wasn't the best player on his team.
I think he would have pouted about them not giving him an extension,
a supermax,
and they had to ship him for whatever. And they get Paul George back, who's comes off the books soon, and they can kind of reevaluate because obviously they didn't think they were good enough to win another title with this as constructed. I don't think that they had anything to do with who Jaylen Brown is because he's squeaky clean. I think it came down to the books, and they had to make a decision, and the decision was made.
That makes the most sense.
And then Payton Pritchard to being able to
he's going to
clear the decks so that he can ascend and be the next star. Played a vital role in why they did that.
He can hoop though. Great. I mean, he's going.
I like him though. I do like him.
He's going to average a dub. He's going to average a dub
for sure.
Yeah.
He got the greenest of lights now. They are gonna suck.
PG can still hoop if his body don't break down.
Man,
his body don't break down. He can still hoop.
He can stay off the illegal medicine.
He missed like half the season last year.
He ain't a scrub. His body's just failing him.
He's gonna hit the open 3 every now and then. Have a couple of games where we see old PG, but it's terrible.
In the new East, they are not it.
They're gonna fall off
5th?
a lot.
5th or 6th, maybe.
I was saying 7th or 8th, but I could be off.
I got to look at it.
I believe in Jason Tatum. I think he's a star, legitimate NBA star. I don't know if he's a superstar, but I give him legit star status.
I think he's a superstar. He's just not like LeBron in his prime type of. Like, there's different levels of being like a superstar as well. There's like your LeBron and like your Greeks and like your Lucas, and then you have like a Tatum. He just needs more help.
Yeah, they traded away their best player.
Yeah,
you think Jaylen Brown better than Jason Tatum?
I think what Jaylen Brown contributes on the defensive end makes him better. I think your boy Tatum is a better scorer, but I think the combination of what you contribute to the game, I give the nod to Jaylen.
And he's coming off an Achilles, and
could not finish. Me the pause. Yeah.
He couldn't finish that last series. He couldn't finish it, and so I just think that they, as a team, they thought they weren't good enough. How do we get out of this? Because we got to break up the Jays, and Jaylen was the one, and so in the media they smeared his name, and
having that podcast and talking the way he was talking, it didn't help. I'm not saying that was like, I'm not saying that was like the main part of it, but it doesn't help when you're sitting there talking about NBA analysts and talent, basically saying that they're not that smart. I think the quote was the bar is pretty low
to be the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, and everybody knows that you're smart.
So you do believe you're the smartest person in the room. Gotcha.
Basically, yeah.
The fact that you think I am the smartest person in the room makes the bar low. That's where
that's not what they're saying. He thinks he's the smartest person in every room. Not that they think he's the smartest person in the room.
I think that you think that I'm the smartest person.
Well, at the end of the day, everybody knows.
And that will make the bar low.
the room. You don't have to be said.
No, you could be communicating that he's delusional, like, because no matter, he goes into every room and he thinks he's smarter than everybody, and he's not. That to me is the story that I heard them telling.
The fact that I come into a room and that's my perception just says
Probably
it says a lot about you more than it says about me.
No, you could just be delusional. This is what it's like. You could just think you're smarter than everybody, but you're not smarter than everybody.
I don't think that's the case with him.
I don't know. He went to Cal. I'm sure he's a smart guy, but
I think that
No, yeah, for sure.
I think the way he goes, how he conducts himself, threatens a lot of people. The fact that he rolls around with it seems like athletes that don't have agents, they can easily smear their name a lot easier than other athletes.
Yeah, because there's no relationship on the back end of it.
Right.
Yep.
And
yeah, it's directly with the player. Yeah.
independent when it comes to his shoe line and other things like that. He doesn't have an agent, like I said. I just think that like he kind of pisses a lot of people off that he doesn't allow huge corporations to make money off of him. He goes and gets them himself. I think that pisses people more off.
To your point, Keith, if you were a multi-million-dollar athlete, it's kind of like get an agent, you have somebody to speak up on your behalf. Don't get an agent, you keep all your money, but you can kind of go through something like Jaylen Brown, what path would you take personally if you had to choose?
What is it like? It's like 3%. I think it's 3% on your contract. I think it's closer to 10 to 20. It varies on like your marketing, what they get you off the court. I would just pay the fee.
Me too.
Personally.
I would pay the fee. I would probably negotiate or something because I would do some of the work for him, but I would just have someone who represents me. But I will be in the negotiations. I will be active in the negotiations as well.
I feel you. That makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's not bad either.
Yeah.
But I definitely think you want somebody whose job is to understand contracts, how the CBA works. They have relationships with teams. Like you said, they have relationships with media, with front office. It gives you more. Like maybe somebody in the front office owes your agent a favor while you on the down tick of your career, and that gets you another contract somewhere else. Whereas if it's just you, nobody owe you no favors.
You paying the tax up front, so you probably make money in more money in the long run.
He probably
sure.
there's a return, or there's a possible return on the back end because you have an agent.
He might have got that 70 if he had an agent. I don't know. And we kind of just like shooting in the dark. He's at a different level than we are financially. He knows more than we do. He's got more access to information. But from the outside looking in, he might have got that 70 from Boston if he had an agent that, knew brass.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think there's a racism and colorism like angle to this a little bit. I don't think it's
1,000%. I don't want to get down that road because there's definitely that.
And it's Boston. Yeah.
yeah. It's a dark skinned, smart black man.
For sure.
Boston. Yeah. I don't think an agent would have made a difference in this scenario.
It could have. He was an easy mark because he didn't have an agent and because they had to make financial decisions. That made him easy mark. It might have went a little differently if he did have it. That's all I'm saying. It might not have gone as bad as it did. That's all I'm saying. But you might be right. It might have just went this way. Like it could have been. But there is some. I didn't want to really get down that road of the colorism and them picking the light skinned guy in Boston and all that stuff because obviously that's there. We ain't even got to talk about that. That's there.
There's legs to that. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Come on now. But I kind of want to keep it, sports related because that opens up a huge door that we can kind of walk through. We can talk about for hours. God damn.
Man. Do your thing. Hillbilly Kobe.
Stop it.
Oh my God.
That's his nickname. Billy Kobe.
Who gave that nickname to him?
That's what they call him out in LA, Hillbilly Kobe.
I ain't never heard that.
Because he's from Arkansas. If you ever heard him talk, he does talk like it's like a country white dude.
The hillbilly isn't the problem. The Kobe problem.
Is
Kobe
part.
Right. Part is that.
No, I mean, of course, nobody actually think he Kobe. Right?
But do people really call him that? Hey, I've never heard that name, that term.
You never heard him reference to as Hillbilly Kobe?
No, I've never heard that term.
Nah.
There's a lot of bad contracts on this list.
Yes, it is.
Man.
Nas Reed, Duncan Robinson.
Ben Fleet's contract is bad, but he re-upped twice. Good for him.
Shout out to FVV. Come on,
Fleet.
But there's a
Stick
lot of
them up.
Duncan Robinson.
We
can
talking
shoot,
about
though.
agents.
He can shoot,
Whoever
though.
Fred's agent is, shout out to him.
Right.
You talking about?
Yeah, that second deal is crazy. The 85 is palatable. That 128 for 3.
Yeah,
Fred's
that's
like
crazy.
5'8". Like what the fuck?
That's insane. That's why you
What?
hire an agent.
That's
Right.
why.
That's the proof of concept right there. That's how
Right. God damn. Wow. Yeah, there are some bad contracts on here.
Not like Fred. Yeah, we say a bum, but that number.
Wesley
right there,
Matthews is still in the league.
That was 2015.
Oh,
so he be out the he out the league. He out the league.
Yeah. So it's
That wasn't a
Kent.
terrible
Kent.
deal. It wasn't a terrible
It's
deal.
not.
No.
It's not.
No.
Is Austin the worst deal on here? I mean, I guess
It's the Fred VanVleet deal.
Fred for sure. I would agree with you. And then Austin's probably number 2.
Well, I guess Duncan's got to be up there too. God damn.
Kent Bazemore, that's a bad deal too.
These are good. These are bad deals. All of them.
I don't think the Nas Reed deal is a bad one.
Yeah. No. Not Nas.
5 for 125.
It's decent.
Actually,
The Duncan one is bad.
Yeah.
Caruso's not a bad one either.
20 a pop for
Does-
Caruso. It ain't bad.
He deserved that, and he got them a chip. So
Yeah, 2 chips. He was critical for 2 teams that won the championship.
yeah.
True.
So, all right. Damn, Austin, stick him up. Hey, congratulations to that man.
Stick him up.
Yeah, that's
Detroit,
crazy.
Yeah, they said Detroit was about to give him. That's why I'm not understanding what they're doing with Duren. Like you were willing to give Austin a max, but you don't want to pay this kid that's on your team. I don't understand.
Concerning, and it hasn't come to a resolution yet. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Is he just going to sign the tender and play one more year and hit up? If I was him, I would be like, yo, I'm just signing the tender. I'll be free. I'll be unrestricted next year if y'all don't want to play. If y'all don't want to pay me my worth, they probably don't want to pay him no more than Kessler got, which was like 32, and he's eligible for 50.
Damn,
that's a big gap. That's a big gap, right?
Like it's risky playing on that 1 year. I don't love it.
It is,
but what if you have a worse year upcoming?
Then what happened last year?
Yeah.
So you might end up with the 32, the 35 next year anyway.
Then it was worth the risk. If you still end up with what they was offering, if you end up with what they was offering you anyway, that's worth the risk of going up.
As a signing bonus.
Yeah, but you lose a year of earning power, though. That's another thing.
You do lose that 1 year. That is fair. Unless if you feel on an unrestricted market, somebody would pay you $50 million. If you feel that to be true, then I completely understand saying I'm just going to play 1 more year and be unrestricted. If you guys are saying, I don't think there's a team that would pay him $49 million, then what he's doing is that wouldn't be advisable. If you don't feel that's the case.
$1 million a bust though, with his 40.
I think he is a good player to pay $40 million a year.
You paying 40?
So yeah, he's 20 and 10, and he D's up. Like it's hard to find that, and y'all had to give up y'all whole future for it. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was just 2 firsts and some swaps.
Yeah, but you don't have anything going for. Okay. Great.
What messes it up is that you traded all the other ones. That's the one that makes it like now you don't have that maneuverability. But 2 first-round picks,
and Jalen Duren's a better player.
I don't know about that.
What?
I don't know about that.
You think Walker Kessler is better than Jalen Duren?
Yes.
You have to stop smoking this crack and then coming on this show. You have lost your mind.
You couldn't even barely play him in the playoffs. What are you talking about? You could barely put him on the floor in the playoffs.
The other guy hasn't made a playoff.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Come on,
He's
dog.
been in Utah. He's been in Utah his whole career, and they've been not the best team. I didn't say Kessler is a 20 and 10 big that's gonna carry your franchise. No. Can Duren carry your franchise? No.
No, but he can get you 20 and 10 on a 60-win team, which is and D up, which is way more than we've seen Walker Kessler do.
No, he scores better than Kessler. Kessler's a better defender.
Is
he?
So
what do you?
Yes. I don't know.
That's not,
he does that.
That's not debatable. That one is not debatable.
He's done that in spurts, bro. He has never played 40 minutes for an entire season and given that same output. We'll see. Now he's being tasked to do it at his price point. We got to see if he's going to be able to do that an entire season. We don't know. That's why Utah was like, yo, we'll give up on this kid if y'all going to give all of this kid. Well, go ahead.
I'm surprised they were willing to deal. I mean, the number was
Boy,
fair.
this is crazy.
The number was fair. $30 million for the kid. This kid is gonna do like 12 to 14 and 10 and 2 blocks and be Gobert's about to retire, so he could be the premier anchor big in the league.
Okay.
Y'all gave up all that.
Who else is better? Who else is a better anchor big in the NBA today than Walker Kessler? I said Gobert, but he's like 35. I said Gobert.
Yo, this. All right, we just gonna
Who's
move on. 'Cause
better?
I'm not.
Does
I'm
this
not.
mean he start?
Why did he
Yes.
play 5 games last season? Was he hurt?
He
was
tore his
hurt.
labrum and then they sat him down because they was tanking.
So that could suck.
He played 58 games the season before.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not.
From the Jazz to here. That's easy money. I can find another one of these.
If Danny Ainge is gonna do a deal with you, you're getting swindled. You just don't know it yet. So, all right, cool. We'll move on.
Boy, being a fan of the Lakers, boy, put it on
you
blinders.
God
No,
damn.
I wanted Walker Kessler over Duren. I don't think Duren is that good, but that's just me.
That's
I don't think he's that good.
Sit here to say he's the premier rim blocker, rim protector of the league.
Crazy.
I said going forward. I said Gobert is that guy right now, but he's 35. Like how many more years can he play?
I said after Gobert retires.
Yeah. Who's better? That's what I'm saying.
Still a crazy claim.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. Do y'all agree with this list? The last
ranking?
10.
This
As
is
they're
the person
coming
who
in.
thought Trey Lance was going to be nice.
Let's not go down that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Ruin his leg
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not
in 2 starts.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Do y'all agree with this list of these guys coming? This is coming out in terms of them being prospects. And they've got AJ at 5.
I would switch Flag and Zion. Honestly, they were calling Zion like the next LeBron James and stuff. I mean, that's what they
He
were
looked
saying.
like it.
He did. I mean, he was athletic like him, but his build was different than LeBron's too. LeBron's was, the athleticism, not the athleticism, that the ability in the all-around game was there. Zion never showed that. He showed the big dunks and the athleticism. He never showed really anything else. But to this list, just off that, I would switch Zion and Flag.
I'm switching 5 and 6 too.
Yeah, we know what he is now, but
Right.
when he was coming out, they weren't all that enthused about him.
I think we all were really high on Aiden coming out, and now we got the data, but back then we thought, especially how he played in college, that man was like he was gonna be the truth.
I didn't like Fultz coming out, but I know that he did get hype. I was like, why do people think he's going to be good? Like number 1 overall good. He's not athletic. He doesn't really do anything that great. He's like a 6'5" combo guard.
He was like afraid to shoot for a while. It seemed like.
Yeah.
Wasn't a big fan of him.
Sad story there.
I would bump up the Duke kid, Pachero. I would bump him up.
Yeah.
I'd bump him up.
For sure. He had some hype coming out as well. So did Cade.
Cade did too.
Yeah, for sure. So most of these guys have lived up to their billing, except really Zion and Fultz and Aiden. Oh, and Ricochet. So maybe not. I guess half.
Half the list.
I guess half. We'll see about the Bansa. I think he's gonna be good.
I think it play. Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But interesting situation there in Washington. A lot of vets, a lot of young guys.
It's a weird mix.
AD, Trey, and this kid.
It's gonna take this kid like 3 years, and then AD's gonna be probably washed at that time. I don't understand it, but
who knows? Who knows what they're thinking? They're a bad franchise though. So
true.
Happens. All right, and this will be it. You got 3 guys at their peak. Who you taking?
Take 3.
Only take 3. I think I'll go first and let y'all think on it. My 3 would be, I'm going with AD all day. That's one of them. He's got to be one of them to me. Marshawn Lynch is my second. And my third is between Le'Veon and CMC. I'm going to go Le'Veon. Yeah, those are my 3. Keith?
The first 2 are the same. Adrian Peterson Marshawn Lynch, but I'm going Derrick Henry. It's number 3.
Yeah, I can see. But Derrick was he still is the truth. So I get it. Bray?
This sounds like we're all kind of going in the same order a little bit.
Y'all, it's so many running backs on this list. Y'all gotta.
But
The
you
top
said
two are pretty unanimous, though. The top two are
you
unanimous.
didn't want to look like an idiot. Pick somebody. I mean, but yes, I'm with Keith. I mean, those are the three that I would go with. Is AP, Lynch, and Derrick.
My top two would have been the same top two as everybody. So
Yeah.
I'll switch that up and go with my third guy first and then pick two other guys. So my third guy would be CMC, would be who I would close that out with. The other two, I'm going to take at their peak. Zeke was nice. So I'm going to take Zeke.
Zeke was nice.
I'm going to take Zeke as as that power guy. CMC's your like everything. You know, he could run power, he could get to the outside and a pass catcher. So I'm going Zeke as my workhorse power guy. And then the third back, I'm gonna take
He's lying.
Shady
was nice. Shady was nice, man. God
Shady
damn.
was a big play waiting to happen. So I'm taking
Ooh,
Shady.
boy, that was nice. Crazy. I appreciate backs that can catch the ball out the backfield. I think that is an underrated quality of elite backs. It can really change how your offense flows.
There only like two of them on here, maybe three.
No. CMC, Le'Veon, and Shady.
Yes, it's three. I forgot Le'Veon at the bottom. That's three.
All great pass catching backs. I think CMC obviously is the best one here. He, in terms of pass catchers and running in between, CMC, dog.
Prime CMC is a problem, man.
A load, bro. A problem. With him, with Cam, before they broke up, one of in terms of talent, one of the better backfields that I think we've had in terms of talent together. So
yeah, him and Cam.
No love to Saquon. You know, I think Saquon has had a pretty nice peak. Pause, but yeah. So all right, I think that's it. We can go this real quick. Want to look at this? I mean, basically, the question is, do you think that your offense is better than the Rams or the Seahawks right now?
Better than the Seahawks, not better than the Rams, though. They get the best quarterback in the conference. Then they got the best receiver in the division. I'll probably go Puka. I know he's a head case, but just straight skills, best receiver. Devontae is still a good number 2 at this stage in his career, and they have those tight ends, a bunch of tight ends that can play. Running back he's okay, but the rest of the crew is real. I would put the Rams number 1.
If Arizona figures out that trigger guy, the QB, they'll be in the conversation for this next year. I don't believe it's Jacoby Brissett, but
I don't either.
So should be a fun year out west. Looks like it. Both of your teams love white boys. That's what I am getting. California,
but they nice though.
Less progressive than the rest of the country for whatever reason right now. I'm not sure what's going on there.
But these guys, the truth though. I mean, they all white, but this is Ricky Pearsall is the only unproven one on that list of the white guys.
I thought Mike Evans was mixed. He ain't mixed.
He looks white though here, but he mixed.
Mike Evans is mixed.
I know what it looks like, but he ain't.
He looked like they lightened him up for this one.
Us.
No, yeah, he won us, but the rest of them, yeah, like CMC, he's like probably the greatest white running back ever. I can't think of anybody touching him.
Yeah, probably.
So
I'm not even about to.
Yeah, I don't think there's a second. I don't think there's. I think there's a gap there.
It's probably something we don't know. You know.
Nah, if we can't think of him,
John Riggins,
running back.
Hey, chat, find him, chat.
Mike Allscott.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Mike was nice though.
No, he was a fullback. He was a fullback, but
for the Madden cover for the Browns,
Peyton Hillis.
Peyton Hillis. Yeah, he's way better than Peyton Hillis. Like, that's not even.
Yeah, not even a question. All right, that was a good episode. We'll probably learn where LeBron's going by next episode. So we'll talk to y'all then. Peace.